Are you looking for the fastest way to develop jazz harmony where you can play in all keys and the fingers play with good voice leading? The answer is practice progressions. Practice them every day. Make sure you practice progressions in all inversions. That's the secret, and it works. So let's get started. To celebrate the launch of this series, I'd like to give you a special gift. I'm making my course available to you completely free. This course will help you to build one of the most important skills in music, the ability to play in all keys. Let's start with a very simple progression. You take a triad, like a C major triad, and you play it in the root position to start. Now, take note where the fingers are. Root, third, fifth. Let's start with a very easy progression. It's called the 1-5-7-1 progression, and you play it in all keys and all inversions. I recommend you start by playing a C major triad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 3, 5 is the C major triad in the root position. Now the thumb will go down a half step, and the middle finger will go up a half step. And the top finger stays the same. So 1, 3, 5. The 1 goes down, the 3 goes up, and the 5 stays the same. And here's the progression. Very simple. If I add in the left hand to play the root of the chord, it would play C, G, C, 1, 5, 1. Here we go. Okay, it's one thing to do this in the key of C, but if you take your hands up a key, you have to think about it. The thumb goes down, the middle finger goes up, the top finger stays the same. And you can go up all the keys. I could play this around the cycle of fourths. Or cycle of fifths. And of course up and down chromatically. Now you want to do this until the fingers learn it automatically. That's the key. You don't want to be thinking. I call this playing faster than you can think, but it's very important. Here we go. And you want to look around. You don't even want to look at your hand. Once you can do this in the root position, let's do it in the first inversion. Now remember, in the root position, the C went down to the B, the E went up to the F, and the G stayed the same. If you play the first inversion, it's exactly the same, but in different order. So here's the first inversion. The C still goes down to the B, the E goes up to the F, and the G stays the same. If I play the second inversion, it's the same. The C goes down to the B, and the E goes up to the F. But the trick is to play it in all keys so that the fingers know it. Now if I throw in the left hand, etc. All right, moving on. Let's play a 1 minor to a 5/7. Here's our minor. You take a major, just lower the third. And we play it to the 5/7. Now that slightly changes the movement of the fingers. So the C still goes down a half step to the B. The E flat goes up a whole step to the F. And the G stays the same. And again, it has to be learned. And it has to be learned in the fingers. The fingers are supposed to play automatically in all inversions. Once you've learned the minor, the 1 minor to the 5/7, 1 minor, let's play 1 to 4 to 1. That's C up to F and down to C. So in this case, the C stays the same, the E goes up a half step to the F, and the G goes up a whole step to the A. Okay, fine. Now if I play the first inversion, you know the drill. Second inversion. But you do it in all keys, and you do it until the fingers can just fly through all the keys. It's all about teaching the finger. Okay, finally, what if we take the 1 minor and we play it to the F minor, the 4 minor? Okay, so now you've learned 4 different progressions. It's 1 5/7 1, 1 minor 5/7 1, 1 to the 4, and 1 minor to the 4 minor. Once you've learned all the closed position progressions, you can mix and match. You can play a 1, 4 to a 5, back to the 1. You could do minor. And of course you can do that in any inversion. So have fun with this and get it completely in your hands before you move on. Once we've learned the closed position progressions, we should move on to the open position, or open voicings, as I call them, or 4-part harmony. It's very simple. You have a triad, root, third, fifth. You take the third and you put it up an octave. Then you can add the bottom note, which in this case is a C. So if I number this, I have 1, 5, 3, 1, or root. Now if I learn this as an inversion, I can put the C on the bottom and the C on the top. Now I move to the E on the bottom and the E on the top. The G on the bottom and the G on the top. So just like we play inversions in closed, we can play inversions in the open position. And you could do this in minor if you want. So I recommend that you practice. It's not as easy to play the open voicings as the closed, but it's very important that you get these in your fingers. Of course, you play in all keys. That's the real trick. And it's all about the fingers getting comfortable to play in all keys. So practice this, and we'll move on to the next exercise. Now, to fully use the open voicings, you have to learn all the various positions that are available to you, and I have what I call the open voicing series to help you do that. It's very arbitrary, but I decided I'd play the root in the fifth in the left hand, then the root and third in the right hand. So we have various positions, root and fifth, third and fifth, root and fifth, third and root. If I play in the left hand, third and root, 5, 1, 5, 3, so there's various positions that you can play in the open voicings, and of course you play them in all keys. You can play them in major and minor, but I suggest learning them as a series and then doing it in all keys is a good way to get it in your subconscious. So I suggest you practice this in major and minor, and you practice it until the fingers know it without even thinking. Now here's the most important part. It's going from chord to chord using open voicings. Now before, remember, we used major to 5/7, we used major to the 4 chord, to the 4 minor. You can do all of this in open voicings. So I suggest you start with one voicing, maybe root 5th, root 3rd. And you say, all right, how many ways can I go to the 4 chord? Well, I could go here. This is 3rd, root, 5, root. So you are making up your own progression. And this one is 5, 1, 3, 1. Or this one. Or maybe this one. Now, once you have practiced various ways of going from the 1 chord to the 4 chord, let's go to the 5 chord. And incidentally, we're trying not to double the 3rd. It's not impossible to play without doubling the 3rd, but it's suggested. So here's the 5 chord in various positions. Okay, once you've done that, you can play 1, 4, 5, 1 various ways. So I could go here, maybe here. I've made up my own progression. So now I'm playing 1, 4, 5, 1. I could do minor, I could do anything I want to. Now I can play in any open voicing starting here. And again, how many ways can I go to the 4 chord? How many ways can I go to the 5 chord? I learn all these various ways to have great voice leading. Once you've done this, you can play melodies like hymns, make up your own hymns. You can make up your own 4-part harmony. I totally recommend that you work on this. Again, play it in minor, play it in major, play it every which way you can, and, of course, all key. I'm going to stop here. These are the easy progressions. But I am going to present to you the jazz progressions in my next video lesson. So I hope you'll look for that, because we're going to talk about the 2-5-1s, which is very important. So the main idea here, you play progressions to develop the hands in all keys. If you want, you can also download the graphics that we used in this lesson.